Hello there, Divine Feminines and everyone watching, Divine Masculines and everyone in between. Let's get into a general reading about the Divine Masculine. Let's see the energy he's in. Let's see what he wants to tell the Divine Feminine. So we're going to get a spread for his current energy and anything Spirit and wants us to know about him. And then our second pile here will be about what he wants to tell you in accordance to what he's going through right now. All right, so this is a general reading, okay? If you want to book a personal reading, please follow the description box below. You know what to do with that email there. Go ahead and email me and we'll move forward from there. I want to thank everyone for the likes, comments, and subscribes. I do really appreciate everybody opening up, being vulnerable, but do spare everyone the way you interpret this journey if you've already decided that you didn't want to do certain things in the journey, because then, believe me, watching the videos aren't going to help you along the journey if you've already decided that you didn't want to be a part of the journey. Does that make sense? So please spare everyone your your vicious comments. If you feel like the Divine Masculine doesn't care, the Divine Masculine doesn't want you, the Divine Masculine doesn't care, just don't write that, because not everybody is interested in the way that you perceive life, love, relationships, learning, etc. So again, spare your comments. I do want to touch base on, since I've started the channel, there was a gap where I deleted the comments. I made a video about why, and it had nothing to do with those kind of comments, because believe it or not, I never got any comments that were out of whack. And now that, certain mindsets out there believe that comments were disabled, means that people automatically assume it's because people got out of hand or got like how you are right now. So please do not believe that I ever, would have accepted that kind of behavior. But what I'm trying to say is that I didn't accept that behavior, and you can understand that joint from, hearing my tone. I never got those kind of comments. So please don't take it that comments that are disabled from videos in the beginning were ever because of people like that. So again, spare your comments, spare your negativity, and your aspect on the journey. Believe me, if you have chosen not to be on this journey, watching the videos will not help you. They will not give you insight. They will not help you once you've made a decision and a choice to be that way, okay? Spare your comments. It's annoying. Nobody wants to see your negativity, okay? Spare your comments. Spare people. Spare me, please. But other than that, everybody else who just, comes out just, being vulnerable, I can tell those who are going to get success versus those who aren't. Okay, so that's something that you don't want to have to put out there, all right, to the empaths and such. So the Ace of Swords wanted to pop out. I'll put it back in the deck and see if it wants to come out. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the Divine Masculine, and then we'll see what he wants to share with you. Okay, Divine Masculine, Queen of Cups, Star card. I love that. And the World card. So cool. Then let's see what he wants to tell the Divine Feminine. The Nine of Cups. We want that one like that. And then we have the Page of Swords. I don't know why. The Five of Swords. That's probably why. Something about that was like, eh. And then we want to do the Devil. And let's see what else we got. The Tower. Top of the deck, Ace of Wands. So what he's going through right now versus what he wants to say is weird. So there's some Divine Masculines out there who are focused on their Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're focused on the love. They're focused on an aspect of growth and development. They want completion. They want to feel like everything that they're doing and living for is actually for a purpose, and so that they're completing goals. They don't ever want to feel up in the air right now. That's the energy right now of the Divine Masculine. They are wanting to ground themselves in everything that they are doing. They could be a fire, air, earth sign, water sign. They are wanting to feel level grounded. So in this twin flame relationship, you're going to be in communication. You're going to see, if you're on their social media, you're going to see a shift in their attitude, and their changing. Even if they've deleted their social media, there's going to be differences in everything that you're going to see in your divine masculine or divine feminine, whoever you're watching for, because they want to feel level grounded. They want to feel emotionally balanced. Some of them may be wanting to tap into their feminine energy in a way where they want to understand other people's perspectives. They want to love openly. They not necessarily want to love like a woman should. You know, you could be a same-sex male situation, but that's not at all where I'm getting at. I'm getting that everybody has masculine and feminine energy. You would never be a divine masculine if you're a divine feminine. You'll never be a divine feminine if you're a divine masculine. Get that together. So, you know, it's not mission impossible. It's love. In fact, there are more complicated missions out there than love, believe me, than the twin flame journey. Just take my word for that. But they're looking at, you know, developing a sense, like for an example, a sense of humor. They're looking at developing a sense of worthiness, accomplishment, integration, travel. They're looking at things from a level grounded perspective, okay? They want love, they want accomplishment, they want completion. And it looks like the divine masculine is starting with love and emotionally balanced nature. So they have family, they have loved ones, they have friends, they've got you. They're looking at balancing those scales. They're looking at doing it in a way where they're going to sum up everything they've done and almost take accountability. They want to be level grounded, like an earth sign energy. So that's what I'm really getting here. They don't have to have earth in their chart. That's not the point, you know? So now, as far as the wish fulfillment goes, this is very personal. This is an individual aspect of what their wishes are. But it's safe to say that in this reading, their wish is it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio to be with them. But their wish is of these two things: to be emotionally balanced, to find love, to get married, to distribute love as a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio would. Let's clarify as a Cancer. To distribute love as a Cancer would, okay? To distribute love in a balanced way. Innocent way. You see this little baby here with the angel wings, etc. It's in a very innocent, childlike manner. It distributes love and only love, like a rainbow. Every time I speak, you see a rainbow come out of my mouth. It's going to be that right now. So if you are in communication with your divine masculine, be expecting that those words of love. Remember, this is just a time phase. You know how it goes, you know, the moons and everything that a lot of people worship and revolve their whole spiritual journey around, you know, the crystals and the moons and stuff. So this is just a temporary position. Like I always like to emphasize on the magician. So it doesn't matter what you have in your chart or your sun sign. It just makes it that much difficult, really, coming from the aspect you are to meet at one. So he's coming from a different aspect. It tells me he may not even have water in his chart at all. So this may be very difficult for him to come down to earth in a water statement, you know, to come down to earth and really love everyone that's been in his life. You know, that's another point that I'm saying. Everyone in your life has been put in your life for a reason. So you can, you know, shape shift in the most explicit of terms, okay? You know, it's to shapeshift. So right now your divine masculine is looking at shapeshifting, not necessarily into a woman, but a more kind love, okay? There's a difference between a man and a woman's love, okay? As they're both to be 100% loving. But okay, so that's what he's looking for. And as far as the wish fulfillment and accomplishment goes, let's go ahead and clarify those cards before we jump into what he wants to say. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups for the divine masculine. Okay, that's too many, but I'm seeing a lot of cups. All right, let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Spirit, let's understand this loving energy that he wants to bestow on everyone he knows, everyone around him. He wants to speak love. He wants to speak volume. I'm getting a sense that the divine masculine is understanding love and coming to terms with it right now. This is something he wants to do. This is something he feels empowered to do. Okay, we have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Cups. It's because of heartbreak. So he understands heartbreak that he's put onto you if you're an air sign, if you're a water sign. He understands the love and the volume that it used to speak, so the volume he wants to speak now. It's like a band-aid, or it's like a cut, and he wants to be able to bandage it up, put the neosporin on there, apologize and say, look, I understand who I was, I love you, and patch up this work that he's put on you. Okay, it's the Three of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It has the audacity, okay, to come in, see an adolescent and put them in timeout because they're crying. It's that stripping of raw, brutal words that's been said. Okay, so they've been nasty, they've been rude, they've been blunt. They maybe even just sugarcoated it with saying, I'm just being real. Let me tell you that being real does not just define one way of speaking. It has multiple attitudes that can come along with it. And the attitude here was rude and hurtful. And so now he's having to humble out in this time, okay, Divine Feminines, to be able to speak volume, but speak in a healing, loving nature. So it's safe to say that the Divine Masculine is being humbled right now and needing to come in with new perspectives of love. But he's the Queen of Cups. He's the King of Cups. So he's having to literally take it out of him, each cup. Everything he says is filtered. And he's having to say, instead of I hate you, I love you. What are you doing? You want some help with that? Okay, so the Divine Masculine is being humbled, and he needs to serve this purpose. Okay, he is being humbled with that Queen of Cups there, especially in that female energy, that female lion. Okay, that feline there. Okay, he's having to understand that if he ever called a bitch a slut, he's talking about his mother. All right, let's clarify this star card. I'm sorry. For the Divine Masculine, what are these wishes and fulfillments, this level grounding, this wanting to do the work, this humble? Tell us about the star card. That's too many, but if it comes back out, I'll tell you. The star card for the Divine Masculine, lots is coming out. Okay, we got the Hermit. So one came out, flipped right up, and it fell right on top of his Tower card on this side over here that we're going to get through to what he wants to say to you. Hermit. So this is a prudent stage. So as he's doing the work, as he's humble, he may be a little insecure. Not insecure. He could be insecure. He could just not be wanting to be seen. Sometimes when you're going through the Hermit, well, the whole concept of this major arcana is to go it alone. No one sees you. You see, it's in the nighttime. Only he knows himself. I like to say sometimes about the Hermit that, if he's a fashionista, or if she's a fashionista, for an example, they're head to toe, very precise in what they're wearing. This guy just put on his oldest sweats, the paint clothing, the construction clothing, and just, went on a little journey and a little walk. He could just be in the house and sitting in a little corner, listening to goth music, whatever, listening to baby goth. You know what I mean? That's an artist. But, so it's safe to say that that's a great thing while these wish fulfillments are coming true. Again, this is individual. We'll get another card for it just to see someone's aspect, the Divine Masculine's aspect on what he's doing to do work to make wishes come true for people and himself. But this really speaks about self-work, self-healing. So it's great that he's in this major arcana, the Hermit card, so that he's really taking that one step at a time, not knowing where he's going to end up, not knowing what he's going to find out, not knowing what he's going to do, not even knowing his strengths and capabilities. I want to say that this Divine Masculine is coming up into his profession, coming up into his career. Doesn't matter your age, there's something that he's been passionate about that he hasn't, especially if you've waited 15 years and you guys are in your 50s. This is a time for him to, it's going to be short, it's going to be brief, is what I'm understanding. This whole humble nature here, especially if they're not a water sign, but it looks like they're going to be coming into their passions and what they were knitted for, what they were created for, why they are a star. Like a star, a star, a star, a star. I'm so stupid right now. So it's good. It feels great. It feels quirky. It feels clean. It feels neat. It feels tidy. Okay, they could be a Virgo. but they're definitely tapping into this space. And remember, we have the world card here, so they're not being stagnant. They're not being fixed. We see Scorpio, we see Aquarius, we see Leo, and we see Taurus. Those are very fixed signs, fixed energies. And if you didn't know, before we continue with the Hermit and the Star, fixed energies are energies to do things the same way for a millennium and a decade. You could just say that they're very reliable people, because you know that this day, they're going to be, it's not necessarily that every Sunday they're going to, make sure they go to the hair salon. It's more about the soul nature that, it's a very precise nature, like a Tourette's or something that's embedded in your bloodstream. That's gonna, you know what I mean? They're just very reliable. Take it like that, as a fixed sign. It's not that they have a regimen, but it's just like, that they don't open their mouth so wide, or they don't talk so wide with their hand. They don't, they're just a reliable person. You can see, you can understand